Hey everyone, before we get started, thanks for your patience. I took a little time away with the family, so this closeout is coming out about a week later than planned. The good news is we've got more interviews and closeouts on the way. For now, here's my follow up conversation with First Sergeant Sean Cousino.
Live from the field, it's the call up with J.W. Hand. When the questions fade and the red light dies, we lean back in our chairs, see the truth in our eyes. All the things we couldn't fit in an hour on the air come rolling like the thunder in the smoke-filled air. We've walked the lines, we've paid our dues in dusty boots and worn out shoes. Now the mics go down, but the hearts stay loud as the stories tumble out of this faithful crowd. So we meet at the closeout, where the long days end. Raise a glass to the tale of a brother or a friend.
All right, so we are back with Sean Cousino on the call up closeout. We published his interview on Wednesday, and we're going to get this published the following week. So, yeah, you got a chance to listen to most of your interview we just talked about. And what do you think?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I don't consider myself the best orator
Oh,
in the world. So I don't know if I like listening to myself too much.
I think a lot of
It's
people
kinda
would
like-
disagree. It was, asking around. I think people enjoyed your interview a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely got some messages on some feedback and some of the people that listened to it, and they were like, it was good.
Yeah, what was
So,
the feedback?
I thought it was good. I mean, it was true to the heart. I was like, man, I wonder if I said some nonsense stuff because you can't really remember. And I was like, on my feels like, oh no, I was pretty spot on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
So
what
it's
was
good.
some of the feedback you got?
They just like the overall perspective of some of the things, the sharing the story, just everything, career wise. I think we talked about almost the entire 20 years that, I've been in the Army. So from day one, and they kind of just liked it, hearing just some of the ideas and perspectives that you gain over 20 years, right?
Yeah, sometimes the good, the bad, the ugly, right?
Yeah, hey, fair, impartial, indifferent,
Yeah.
all
Yep.
the same.
My wife liked the part where you talked about thanking your wife at the end of it. I don't know if you got to that part yet. But you mentioned a part where after it's all said and done, she's the first person you're gonna thank.
Well, yeah, because that's the truth, man. As a leader, because you've been a leader for just as long as I've been. You've been in recruiting longer, but they don't always come first, even though they're the first bullet on every in brief, right? On every command, change of command slide, whatever it is, it's family first. But then when you look at it from the leader perspective, you're like, that's rarely the case, right? Like, well, in like the general idea of family coming first, right? The background of they're always going to get taken care of. They're always going to have medical care. You're always going to have a roof, food, water, electricity. But it's like the mission is fucking first, man. Your soldiers are right after that. And then it's like, hey guys, I'm home, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I think her and her ability gracefully to hold it down back here for all these years and tolerate my moves throughout this career is definitely worth a thank before anybody else. So
Absolutely. So what any parts going through it this kind of
I don't know. I was joking about the talking smack about some of my first station commander being the only station commander I've ever had. I don't know if that landed really well when I was listening to it, but no, he was great, and I've only had one.
So Sergeant Major White still?
Yeah, it was Sergeant Major White. And I
I
like
asked him
saying,
if
I've
he
never
listened
had
to
a
it, yeah.
bad first sergeant. I've just had really great ones, and then I've had first sergeants, right? They were good, but like I said, we were probably operating at the same level to where their impact was lesser than the ones that really stood out great, and it wasn't a negative thing. Everyone that I've served with is generally outstanding, right? They've gotten to that position somehow, some way, and they were leading me. So
Any of your recruiters listen to it yet?
I don't know. I don't know. I definitely there's some that are on the forum that click in and out that I've just crossed path with that I've listened to. I don't know if anyone personally here has. They probably don't want to tell me anything positive about it anyway.
They don't want to sound like they're
They gotta
sucking
hear
up or
they gotta
anything.
hear from me every single day.
Oh yeah, whenever I run across one of your recruiters, I'm telling them like, "Hey, you gotta listen to it. We gotta get you on there next."
And what was it? I made them do all company PT on Friday. 100% company. So they probably weren't wanting to hear any positive lights from me at all. So, but it was good. What'd you think of it
uh,
after listening to it? You had to listen to it like 30 times editing it.
Probably
So.
at least 30 times. I don't know how many times I listened to it. 30 is probably a good number. First time I listened to it, I was gonna try and make it into one like 45-minute episode. And then I'm like, no, I can't cut. I can't. There's too much stuff to cut out. So it ended up being two, at least. I think one's like 30 minutes, and the other one I think is almost 45 minutes. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't know what I would have cut out if I were you. I think that was a hard choice that you had to say. There was a lot of good flow and pieces to that whole interview that were like, if you had to, I got to cut this down to 60 minutes or 45 minutes. What do you cut? And I'm like, man, those are all tidbits and positive things that were happening in that conversation.
yeah, I think that's the problem, and it's not really a problem, but I think that's one of the things me going forward I have to be conscious of. Talking to recruiters, we know how to, especially Army recruiters, right? This is what we do for a living. We tell stories, or not to be too cliches. We tell our Army story, and we become so good at it. It's engaging, and I love listening to the stories, and that's why I want to do this podcast. I've worked in this command, like you pointed out, for a very long time, and everyone has such amazing stories, and I love listening to them, and they're just not they aren't anywhere. I think that we're missing out on that opportunity just to get the stories out there for people like yourself. And yeah, as you pointed out, we could have talked for probably 2 more hours, I think.
Yeah, I think we had to even cut it down just sitting there just because we all had things to do. It was
Yeah, yeah.
Sunday.
We had to wrap it up. It was your son's birthday. Yeah, we could have just kept talking, and we'll have another opportunity to do that. I'm sure. We'll do another follow up episode. Just I'm sure you'll think of things to talk about.
Yeah, I'll pop in on one of your evening calls, right? Your late night,
Hey,
you
look,
know,
yeah, I'm there. I'm on
the
Disc.
calls
Whenever
after
I'm editing
hours.
too, I try to keep on Discord too in case anyone wants to pop in. And I'm working on a couple more projects to make in the future. Um, I want to do like a CV type thing, where recruiters can pop in and out on their long calls back and forth, or long drives back and forth to MEPS or wherever. Um, and like kind of like a support network thing. I think that'd be fun. I got a
Catch
couple,
those catch those Fifth Brigade guys out there going
right?
to Boise, Idaho for a consult from Missouri.
Yeah, yeah. So I got
That's
some
where you got
ideas going
pickles.
on in the future that will help us kind of build that network and help expand those stories too. Um, but yeah, just like you said, it's we all have such great stories. We're all recruiters, sure, but we all came from someplace, and um, I think this is a fun format, just to kind of get
Yeah,
those stories out there.
yeah. The thing is getting them to peel it back and getting the true story from them, not getting I mean, truly the good recruiters are storytellers. They're really great at it. And then it's like, I need to hear your story and getting them to peel back and open up that what actually, because I promise you, everybody I run into that comes on recruiting, I say, hey, why'd you join the Army? And they were like, I'm a walk-in.
Everyone,
Like
yep.
I walked into that recruiting station ready to go, raised my right hand that day, but they said I had to take an ASVAB, so my thing was on pause. I'm like, there's no way 78 of you people are walk-ins. Like it's just not happening, right?
But then,
Because everyone tells me
then,
we don't have a walk-in market.
then you find out they had, their mom drugged them in, or they actually met the recruiter at the school, or they were at the mall and they ran into the recruiter first time, got his business card. There's always more to that onion, like you said. You got to peel it back. Or the recruiter had to track down their charges and run waivers, and a walk-in's just never really a walk-in, right?
Yeah, the recruiter found them at the short end of their luck stick, right? And it just changed their whole life. And that's the dude you gotta highlight, is because or her, it's just like they were just going through it, and their service just changed everything for them. Like that's the story,
Yeah.
right? Rambo senior year is great, and I love him, and the Army needs him, but his story was kind of already paved in there, right? Yeah, I saw American Sniper, and I knew I wanted to serve, but I couldn't be a SEAL, so I joined the Army. Like, okay, give me the guy that was just like going through it.
Yeah, but
And it's
even that
changed.
story, and there's always more to that too, right?
Yeah.
It's always kind of, like you said, peeling it back and finding out just a little bit more about the who, the what, the why.
Yeah, the message is great.
So,
Man, you make your wife listen to all these podcasts?
do I make her listen to all these podcasts?
Or does she willingly come and sit down and support this role that you've taken on?
So, I make her listen to it when I'm driving the car. She does not. I don't think she goes out of her way to listen to them. But when we're sitting in the car, I say, "Hey, can you listen to this? Tell me how it sounds," and then she'll, give me some feedback. But I don't think she, she listens to me talk way too much already. So I don't, I don't know if she will go, "Oh, look, a new episode of my husband talking more." You know, I am who
I'm
I
the same
am.
way.
I
I
talk a
don't know if
lot.
I'll have her listen to it, because she might just look at me and be like, "You never say this stuff to me, and I've never known this stuff." And I was like, because my work conversations are a lot different than my home conversations, right? Like we talk about you, the kids, the gold, the school, the this, X, Y, and Z. And it's like rarely do we talk about the principles of leadership sitting around the kitchen table, right? Like,
Yeah. When my wife listens to it, she's listened to it with I try to ask her to have a critical editing like perspective. I don't have her listen to it like a listener would enjoy it. I don't think. So I don't think she can enjoy it like someone outside. But I have my brothers listen to it, and they always seem to enjoy it. So
that's good.
yeah.
Positive. How many brothers do you have?
I have a lot of brothers. I have 4 brothers.
Yeah?
Yeah.
4? No sisters?
I have 1 sister.
Gee, your house is full.
My house was full. I grew up with my grandfather in the house too. So yeah, it was a full house growing up.
Like the Brady Bunch. Was someone an architect?
No, we're just Irish.
Oh, well, there you have it, right? There's some rules in there
Yep.
that don't allow you to prevent things from occurring.
Yeah,
I got it.
Sometimes stereotypes are stereotypes. That's it, right? Yeah.
Hey, standards are standards. Can't display from that. Is it like a true like Irish Catholic household? Like you're holding it down?
It was a true Irish. It was a true Irish Catholic household. Sure. Yep.
A lot of potatoes.
Yeah, I joke around about that with my wife. We had potatoes with every meal. Yeah, so that is a true thing.
Ooh, it's like a comfort food though. Solid.
I guess, yeah. We had to have a potato with every meal. And if we were like running behind schedule, we had to go through the McDonald's drive-through and pick up French fries.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Those over a billion served. Like that's a lot of fries.
And
I don't think they put the numbers on the sign anymore, right?
I don't know that. I don't know that one way or the other.
I'll never pay attention to it.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
all that's true. Actually, we're gonna leave this all in for the podcast. I think this makes for a good episode here, that knowing about my family's potato habits.
Well, I don't know. I was like, you probably need to do your own podcast and share your own story. Everyone knows JW Hand, the
Lifelong army
moderator,
recruiter.
like not JW Hand, the man, right?
Ugh.
Gee, this girl. She's like a 120-pound baby that has to bark at squirrels.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta love it.
yeah,
Yeah,
she's
so
something.
I won't keep you too much longer. I know you gotta get back to doing your things. So who are we gonna get out of your company? Who are we gonna get next on the podcast?
Let me see. I don't know. Do you want an entertaining person, or you know what you need, to be honest, is a female.
So we got
Because you
we got two
don't
female
have one
interviews. We
yet.
got two female interviews done recently. I got one of the guidance counselors from Fort Dix, New Jersey. None local though. And I'd love
Yeah.
to come down to
Which
Fayetteville.
guidance counselor from Fort Dix?
A new one. Yeah, you haven't met her yet. Sarah Smith.
Oh.
You might know her. I don't know. You know a lot of people, but she's been in the First Brigade for a long time. Sarah Smith. She's coming up, and I got one of our first 42 tangos, Massar and Almodovar. We got them both recorded, and they're in the pipeline coming down.
She AGR too.
She is AGR too. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got all that story is that's where it's at.
Me and her talked for way too long. I tried cutting my interviews down to 40 minutes, and I don't know how long we talked for. We were probably talking for over an hour.
She's got life rolled up in there. Like there's some life. You know, knowing her as little as I know her, there's some life in that story. So
yeah, we'll have to do like a group episode probably, sometime, and just get everyone on that's been on and just kind of discuss, all these great stories. But yeah, me and her were talking. We could have probably talked for a while longer too. That was another one of those episodes where we were just trading stories back and forth for, like I said, over an hour.
yeah. I mean, yeah, she's great. Sarah Smith. I'm not sure. I probably know her, but that name's so common. Met a lot of Smiths.
But yeah, I would love to come down. I'd love to come back down to Fayetteville.
Yeah. Huh?
I'd love to come back down to Fayetteville and get an interview done. So if you got someone ready, willing, and able, let's do it.
Yeah, let's get someone on here. I got a couple I can name. Let me intrigue them, and I'll give you some names.
Yeah, as you can tell, my video recording has gotten much better. Unfortunately, our video recording did not work, so I had to scrap it. So that's why it was all audio that I posted, but I'm getting better at it. So
we could probably just AI a whole 45-minute session of two people talking in a room with some light on it.
I thought about that, but my AI skills are not that good yet. So if they get better, we'll do that. But yeah, so I got the cameras, and I'm getting better with the recording, so we're gonna get it figured out.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of just put together the studio in that room.
Yeah,
it wasn't perfect, but
yeah, we're getting it figured out. We're building the plane on the runway, as they say.
You don't need my face anyways. I got a face for radio. We'll just throw my voice on there. We'll be good.
Like you said, if I figure out the AI and how to make the AI videos, we'll get that all figured out in phase 2. So
yeah.
But yeah, let me know. We'll get the juice on there, or
Yo, that guy's he joined the army like 30 something, right? So he's like 45 grandchildren. There's some life in there.
Hey, that's a story, right?
My man was HVACing in Tampa before he stumbled into a recruiting station. So
yeah, that could be a story. We'll see. Reach out to him. Let them know we're looking for him. But yeah, you got a good point though. We don't have. I do have a lot of male perspective. The female perspective is not a even ratio at this point, and I'm sure more people would like to hear about that.
Yeah.
But you got some really top-notch station commanders and recruiters, and I think you have one of the top recruiters in the country in your company, right?
Yeah. Well, we definitely had one last year. We got a recruiter that's put almost 200 people in the Army, never taken a loss.
And who's that?
So if you want to call a recruiter, Lyle's almost 200, no losses.
Yeah, we gotta get him on. We just hear that.
I got to knock on wood for him real quick though. So.
Yeah. Well, that'd be an interesting just conversation, just to find out what he does. Why he does it that way.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How he does.
How he does it. Yeah. I mean that's something. So we'll be looking out for him. I'll reach out to them, and you kind of pave the way for me there.
Yeah. Let me figure it out. I got you.
Absolutely, and I appreciate you taking time on this Sunday to talk to me and follow up. And I hope you like the rest of it. And let me know if your wife ever listens to it and what she thinks of it all.
Yeah, I will. I'll make her listen to it just when I'm not around.
All right, man. Well, you have a great Sunday, and I'll see you. I'll see you. Well, I'm on vacation this week, so I'll see you next week.
All right, man. I'll see you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
I just want to give a huge thank you to the people who supported this podcast early on. Thank you to Tori Van Dunk, William Hand, Mahalia Maynard, Rachel Binsky, Emily Wiesman, Matthew Hand, Vicky Anna Perkins, Strauss Scantlin, Mike Schilling, Nick Soviak, and Mark Alakwa. Your support helped get this thing off the ground. I genuinely appreciate all you believe in this project from the beginning. And if you requested a signed headshot, those are coming out shortly. Thank you all again. I'm Jay, and I'll see you next time.
When the questions fade and the red light dies, we lean back in our chairs, see the truth in our eyes. All the things we couldn't fit in an hour on the air come rolling like the thunder in the smoke-filled air. We've walked the lines, we've paid our dues in dusty boots and worn-out shoes. Now the mics go down, but the hearts stay loud as the stories tumble out of this faithful crowd. So we meet at the closeout, where the long days end. Raise a glass to the tale of a brother or a friend. When the show fades out and the bright lights dim, all the laughs, all the scars start pouring in. At the closeout, where the stories carry on, singing shoulder to shoulder till the break of dawn. There's a joke from the trenches, a toast to the fallen, a whisper from the ones who still answer the calling. We pass around the memories like a battered old canteen. Every scar a chapter, every silence in between. We've stood in sand, we've stood in rain, shared quiet smoke and shared our pain. Now the cameras sleep, but the truth rings clear in the clatter of the glasses and the voices here. So we meet at the closeout, where the long days end. Raise a glass to the tale of a brother or a friend. When the show fades out and the bright lights dim, all the laughs, all the scars start pouring in. At the closeout, where the stories carry on, singing shoulder to shoulder till the break of dawn. Were the spark, but the night's the flame, and the tales that we tell have 1,000 names. From the battles we fought to the ones still inside, we're alive in every story that refuses to hide. At the closeout, where the voices rise with the firelight dancing in our tired eyes. When the last line's spoken and the show goes still, we keep talking, keep laughing, and we always will. So we meet at the closeout, where the long days end. Raise a glass to the tale of a brother or a friend. When the show fades out and the bright lights dim, all the laughs, all stories carry on, singing shoulder to shoulder till the break of dawn. The mics may go quiet, but the stories march on.